The research facility was a place of wonder and discovery, but it was also a place of darkness and fear. And on that fateful night, we uncovered a secret that would haunt us for the rest of our lives. It was a typical Tuesday evening at the research facility in Singapore, with the usual hum of machinery and occasional chatter of scientists and engineers working late. The security team, led by Officer Tan, was making their rounds, checking the various labs and offices to ensure everything was in order. But as they turned a corner, they heard a strange cry, like a mixture of a scream and a wail. It sent shivers down their spines, and Officer Tan immediately sprang into action, assuming it was a break-in. "Possible intruder," he whispered into his radio, his voice low and urgent. "I'm investigating." He crept down the corridor, his eyes scanning the area, his hand on his gun. As he approached the source of the sound, he suddenly froze in place, unable to move. It was as if his feet were rooted to the spot and he couldn't even blink. Hours passed, and his teammates began to get worried. They tried to reach him, but he didn't respond. It was as if he was in a trance, frozen in time. Meanwhile, strange and unexplainable events began to unfold throughout the facility. Equipment would malfunction, and strange noises could be heard coming from the vents. Some of the scientists reported seeing shadowy figures darting around the corners of their vision. The disturbances continued to escalate in intensity, and the team was at a loss for what to do. It started with small things, like papers flying off desks and chairs scraping against the floor. But soon, the events became more frequent and more intense. Doors would slam shut on their own, and the sound of whispers seemed to come from all directions. The team was on edge, and they didn't know what was happening or how to stop it. As the night wore on, the events became more and more bizarre. Equipment would turn on and off by itself, and some of the scientists reported seeing strange symbols etched into the walls. It was as if something was trying to communicate with them, but they didn't know what or how. Just when it seemed like things couldn't get any stranger, an offering was made. A small, mysterious package was left on the reception desk with a note that read, "For the one who has been waiting." The team was baffled, but as soon as they opened the package, the strange occurrences stopped. The equipment returned to normal, and the whispers ceased. It was as if whatever had been causing the disturbances had been appeased. But as they looked at the package, they realized that it was just the beginning. The offering had been made. But what did it mean? And what would happen next? The team was left with more questions than answers, and they couldn't shake the feeling that they were being watched, that something was waiting for them in the shadows. As they tried to make sense of what had happened, they couldn't help but wonder, what had they unleashed? And what would be the consequences of their actions? The research facility, once a place of science and discovery, had become a place of mystery and terror, and the team was left to pick up the pieces, to try and understand what had happened, and to prepare for what was to come. What do you think happened at the research facility? Share your theories in the comments below. And if you're ready for more, be sure to subscribe to our channel for more scary stories and supernatural tales.